Hello everyone, it's Stella here. I hope that you're doing great. Welcome to Bibi and Yaya Show, the place where people come to get inspired about all aspects of life, the vices and the advice. Here, we share people's stories so you don't make the same mistakes in life. We then try to provide these people with solutions through the comment section. Our goal is to share experiences and wisdom with all of you. Please keep the comments balling in. Write your solutions or opinions that you think will help these people. We will try to reply to all the comments and will share our opinions. Please show some love to the ones who share their stories by smashing the thumbs up button below. And if this is your first time watching one of our episodes, subscribe to our channel. We are here to help everyone who needs life advice in any good or difficult situation. So you can share your stories with us at the email address in the description below if you need any help. Alright folks, without further ado, let's get into the story. But before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who likes our videos. It helps the channel a lot. This is her side of the story. Hello, I'm Liv. I'm 22 and I always dreamed of skydiving ever since I was a kid. My dad has done 11 jumps. Well, he would put me to bed when I was little. I asked him to tell bedtime stories again and again, not about a beautiful princess, but about skydiving and the beauty of freefall. Even though I get scared just thinking about the high slide at the water park, I know for sure that I'll do it. Once my friends and I were resting near the base of the jumps. The conversation turned to skydiving, and they said that a coward like me would never dare to do it. I gathered my courage and said that I would do it that very day. To my surprise, everyone supported the crazy idea. It wasn't actually possible to jump that day, but they were waiting for us at the base the next morning. The jump was to be from a height of 4,000 meters. With an instructor, we had a short instruction session, after which I soon found myself on the plane, ready to fulfill my childhood dream. "Come on guys, the plane has to come back empty. You can do it," I heard. Dad always told me that the worst thing is not the fear of the flight itself, but a step into the abyss. I wouldn't have to do it this time. I knew that an experienced instructor would take care of everything. But with such a strong airflow and incredible speed, I could simply suffocate, and no one would be able to help me. I panicked. I remembered a long-forgotten prayer and began to frantically recite it to myself. Everyone had already jumped. When my turn came, I got up at the instructor's command. My legs tightened, and I wanted to say something. I needed a little more time to gather my thoughts, but he immediately jumped without any hesitation or warning. We fell and continued to fall. The wind whistled in my ears, beat me in the face, blew my hair, and took my breath away. I knew that freefall would last a minute. How long that is. I looked around, saw the earth getting closer, and then started nervously crying and laughing at the feeling of boundless happiness. I did it. Dad will be so proud. The longest, brightest, and most memorable moment of my life had come to an end. The instructor gave the command and opened the parachute. I had looked up, but I didn't see the dome above us. Any second now, it'll open. We fell faster, and nothing happened. Finally, I felt a jolt. I looked up, but the dome had not opened. The instructor shouted something about the slings, about the main and reserve parachutes opening together and getting tangled. I didn't understand, comprehend, or hear anything. The earth was getting closer, and we continued to fall. This couldn't be happening, not to me. It can't be. The ground was very close now. We would slam into it. There was a muffled thump, and then darkness. I screamed, and I heard my scream. I was lying in sweat and tears in my bed. It was 5 o'clock. It was just a dream. A nightmare. Today was me skydiving, and I had just dreamed all of that. I laughed and fell on my pillow. In the morning, I didn't go anywhere. My friends that day fulfilled my childhood dream for me, and I waited for them on the ground at home, my bed marred with shame, and not even daring to answer the mountain of missed calls from them. I know that it was just a dream, but I don't know what to do. Tell me in the comments if you would have made the jump or give up skydiving altogether. Thank you. Well, that was quite an interesting story. In my opinion, she made a good decision by not making that jump. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Saying that, let's dive into the second story. This marriage thing is not easy. In 2016, she told me her salary was $950. And then 2 years later, when she got promoted, I asked about her salary and she said, "Oh, these people, don't mind them. They only added $350 to my old salary." Because of her meager salary, I've taken up so many responsibilities in the house without complaint. I pay for utilities and pay for food. I pay for our 2 kids, clothe them, and take care of their medical bills. When my wife sends me a grocery list, she adds sanitary pads. She buys dresses and clothes, comes to show them to me, and asks me to pay for them. She started talking about a car when our second child came in. Things weren't good on my side, so I asked her to give me some time. She said, "I've saved something. I can add it to what you have, so you just pay me when your money comes." I agreed and took the money from her, topped it up to get her a car. For 3 months, my ears never rested. She would wake up at dawn and ask me to pay what I owe her. I got tired and paid the money when I didn't have much in my account. One evening, I turned my laptop on and saw a lot of emails. I checked and it was my wife's email that had been opened. I asked her, "Did you use my laptop?" She answered, "Yeah, I was checking something." I told her, "Then you didn't log out." She answered, "I forgot, please log out for me." I was about to log out when something caught my attention. I saw an email with the subject, "January's pay stub." I opened it and started going through it. When I saw her gross salary, I was shocked. $4,734. And this girl has been crying poverty. That night I couldn't sleep. I was angry, I felt let down, I felt cheated, I felt played. We've been married for a good 6 years, and my wife earned that much without my knowledge. How much she earned didn't bother me a lot, than what she was using the money for. I decided not to confront her immediately, but rather do a little bit of investigation. All my life, I've held the view that it wasn't right for anyone to go through their partner's phone. It's an invasion of privacy, and it breeds mistrust in the relationship. But that night, going through her phone was the only way to find out what I was looking for. I started with her best friend. Nothing much was found. Her family had a WhatsApp group chat. I read the messages there. I got a few hints. I went through the chat with her father, and that was when I realized my wife had bought a piece of land and had started building. Her father was in charge of the project. He had sent photos of the various stages of the building. At some point, her father said, "Thank you for helping out your brother. He would have been home had it not been you." She only has one brother, her senior brother. I went to look at the chat between them. Her senior brother lost his job and was home doing nothing, so my wife bought her Hyundai i10 to use for Uber. Every week, her brother rendered an account and they split the money. From all indications, my wife was doing well for herself, while she plays so poor so she could rely on my salary. Why would she do that? I thought I was being a supportive husband so my wife could be proud of the man she married. When we bought land, it was her name and my name that appeared on the land title. That car I bought for her with a loan from her bears her name. I didn't mind. I believed what's hers was also mine. The next morning, she realized I wasn't looking so well. I was boiling on the inside, but looking for a good opportunity to start the conversation. When I calmed down a little, I asked her, "So, why would you do that to me?" She asked, "What have I done?" I answered, "You bought land. You never told me. You started building on it. You never told me. When are you going to tell me?" She was shocked. Before we continue listening to what happened next, don't forget to click on the like button below if you have not done so yet to show some support to him. She asked, "Who told you all that?" I said, "Your father did." She stood quietly for a while. She asked, "Why would my father tell you all that? What were you talking about?" I said, "I don't know. You can ask him." We left it there. Some minutes later, she came to me with her phone. "My father wants to talk to you." The phone was already on a loudspeaker. Her father was clearly angry. He asked, almost shouting, "You said I told you my daughter has a building? Or did I say that, and when?" I asked, "Is it not true that my wife has a building project going on that you're supervising?" He asked me, "I told you that?" I asked, "Is it true or not?" After the back and forth, I told them, "I read your messages last night. I saw the pictures. I read the various budgets you had sent to my wife. I read the confirmation of the money receipts that you sent her. You're a man. Would you be happy if your wife does this to you?" He started fumbling. He started apologizing, saying he thought I was aware. My wife stood there motionless, didn't know what to say. When her father hung up, I told her everything I knew, from her salary to the car she bought for her brother. I said, "Yet, even your sanitary pads, I buy them. You think I'm a fool? You'll use your money to acquire your own properties and live on mine because you're my wife?" I hear. We'll see. Trust was lost. Love was broken. We had to find a new way of living our lives going forward. Her father called me every morning and evening, apologizing for everything, and sometimes taking up the blame so I didn't have to blame his daughter. I told him, "The emotional state I'm in right now, it would be hard to think straight or think forgiveness. Just give me space." 3 days later, they were in our house. The father, the mother, and the senior brother. They came to apologize. "Don't let this break up the beautiful marriage you both have. If nothing at all, consider the kids and be lenient in your judgment." I listened to them. My position was still the same. I need time to clear my mind. Just leave me alone to think. From last month to this moment that I'm writing this, my wife has changed totally. She doesn't ask for money, but the house is being run smoothly. She has started paying for things she had never paid for, but that doesn't move me. She has taught me a very great lesson, and I'm taking it seriously. That in everything, I have to look out for myself and my family first. Later, she told me, "If you want us to change the names on those properties, we can do so." Guess whose name is on the property? Her father's name. I told her, "You don't need to change anything. They are yours. You suffered for them, so you can decide what you want to do with them. The land I bought has our names. I'm selling it and taking my money back. The car she's driving has her name. I put a for sale sticker on it some weeks ago. She agreed she'll pay for the car. I've given her 2 months to pay up, or I sell it and take my money. She's getting the message, and I'm glad. Everyone for himself, God for us all." She keeps asking if I'm going to leave her. I keep telling her I won't, but if she wants a divorce, I will gladly give it to her. I'm not going to leave the marriage. I would give us some time to heal and see what may happen, but when it comes to money, I've taken the lesson she taught me through her actions. Well, that was a heartbreaking story in a way. Now, you guys need to tell him what you think about his story. We will try to reply to all the comments and share our opinions. If you think that you need some advice or just want to share any life experiences, we have multiple videos on this channel that cover all topics on life. Feel free to watch all of them, but you can always share your stories with us at the email address in the description below. Love you! Thank you for watching the video. I will see you soon with another intriguing story. And don't forget to smash the like button, share the video with others so they can contribute with their solutions, and press the bell icon to subscribe. Bye!